What's up guys, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. I am telling about for this coin, 1 cent. 1969, United States of America. The 1969 1 cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln cent or penny, holds a special place in the coinage and cultural history of the United States. Minted during a time of political turbulence, social change, and economic transformation, this small copper coin is more than just a monetary unit. It is a reflection of American values, technological advancements, and the evolving role of currency in society. This essay offers a comprehensive 1,500-word history of the 1969 U.S. 1 cent coin, including its design, production, significance, mint variations, and place in numismatic culture. Origins of the Lincoln cent design. The Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This was a landmark moment in American coinage, as it marked the first time a real person rather than allegorical figures such as Liberty was featured on US coins. President Theodore Roosevelt spearheaded this change, inspired by a desire to elevate the artistic standards of American coinage. The obverse front of the Lincoln cent was designed by Victor David Brenner, a Lithuanian-American sculptor. The design featured a right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln and included the inscriptions, "In God We Trust." Motto added in 1909, Liberty, the year of mintage, 1969. In this case, the reverse design in 1969 still featured the wheat ears design until 1958. But by 1969, the coin bore the Lincoln Memorial, which had replaced the wheat ears in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. The reverse, designed by Frank Gaspareau, includes the Lincoln Memorial at center United States of America, across the top E pluribus unum, Latin for, out of many. One above the memorial, 1 cent below the memorial. Notably, if examined closely, one can actually see a tiny statue of Lincoln between the pillars of the memorial, detail rarely noticed without magnification. 2. The 1969 coin in context. America at a crossroads. The year 1969 was pivotal in U.S. history. It saw the inauguration of President Richard Nixon, the Apollo 11 moon landing, the escalation of the Vietnam War, and widespread civil rights activism. Against this backdrop, the Lincoln cent continued to circulate as a humble but potent symbol of American stability and legacy. In monetary terms, 1 cent in 1969 had greater purchasing power than today. It could still buy small items, contribute meaningfully to savings, or pay for part of public transportation. However, inflation was beginning to erode the coin's practical value, a trend that would accelerate in the following decades. The U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents in 1969 to meet public demand. Coins were struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark; Denver Mint, marked D; San Francisco Mint, marked S. Each of these mint marks can be found just below the date on the coin's obverse. 3. Composition and physical characteristics. The 1969 penny maintained the same composition as earlier Lincoln cents. Material, 95% copper and 5% zinc. Weight, 3.11 grams. Diameter, 19.05 millimeters, 0.75 inches. Edge, plain, no reading. This copper alloy had been used since 1864, though in later years, concerns over the cost of copper would lead to changes. In 1982, the U.S. Mint shifted to a copper-plated zinc core to save money. The coin's relatively high copper content gives it a distinct reddish appearance when uncirculated. Over time, the coin develops a deeper brown patina, depending on environmental exposure and wear, for mintages and varieties. The 1969 Lincoln cent was minted in large numbers. The official mintage figures are approximately: Philadelphia no mint mark, 1,136,910,000. Denver D mint mark, 4,002,832,200. San Francisco S mint mark, 544,375,000. Despite these massive production numbers, certain 1969 pennies have become prized by collectors due to rare errors or unique characteristics. A 1969's doubled die obverse, DD. Among the most famous varieties of the Lincoln cent is the 1969's doubled die obverse. In this rare era coin, the doubling is clearly visible on the inscriptions "In God We Trust," Liberty, and the date, 1969. This type of doubling was the result of a misalignment during the die creation process. Only a few dozen genuine examples of this variety exist, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever discovered. As of recent auctions, high-grade versions of this coin can sell for tens of thousands of dollars, with some fetching over $100,000. B. Counterfeits and forgeries. Due to the high value of the 1969 SDDI cent, counterfeit versions have appeared. Many were made by altering regular 1969 cents to mimic the doubling using techniques like hubbing or engraving. The U.S. Secret Service has even been involved in investigating forgeries. Collectors are advised to have suspected examples authenticated by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGCV, the cultural and numismatic legacy. The Lincoln cent is often the first coin collected by young hobbyists. Due to its widespread availability and historical significance, the 1969 penny, despite being common in circulation, holds special interest due to its historical backdrop and the presence of rare varieties. The continued use of the Lincoln design speaks to its enduring appeal. Though other coins have undergone multiple redesigns, the Lincoln cent has remained remarkably consistent. In 2009, the U.S. Mint issued special reverse designs to mark Lincoln's bicentennial, but the obverse has retained Brenner's likeness with only minor modifications. For collectors, the 1969 Lincoln cent offers historical appeal, Vietnam era, civil rights movement, space race, variety of mint marks, potential for high-value errors, classic design by noted artists. VI. The coin's declining monetary role. While the Lincoln cent continues to be produced to this day, its utility has significantly declined. In fact, the cost of producing a single penny has exceeded its face value since the early 2000s, prompting discussions about eliminating the coin entirely. By 2024, each cent reportedly costs around 2.5 cents to mint, factoring in raw materials, production, and transportation. Nevertheless, the penny remains in circulation, largely due to public attachment and retail pricing psychology. For example, items priced at $9.99. Until legislative action is taken, the 1969 penny and its descendants will continue to jingle in pockets and cash registers across the country. 7. Collecting tips and values for those interested in collecting 1969 Lincoln cents. Here are a few tips. Condition matters. Uncirculated examples, especially in mint state MS65 or higher, are valued higher. Look for errors. The 1969S doubled die obverse is extremely valuable but very rare. Use magnification. Doubling and other anomalies are not always visible to the naked eye. Check mint marks. Philadelphia coins lack a mint mark. D and S varieties offer more interest. Storage is key.